Aloha to all of you.
Aloha.
I just got off the plane from Hawaii about an hour and a half ago, and I'm so glad that I could be here to join these wonderful women leaders, activists, and all of you. You know, it means a lot to have such incredible people out there fighting every day for your voice, for our voice, for our democracy, something that unfortunately is taken far too cheaply by many people. As a vice chair of the DNC, a job, by the way, which after I was elected to Congress in 2012, I got a phone call saying, you know, if you were asked by someone to serve as vice chair of the DNC, potentially what would your answer be? And I said, I don't know, what is a vice chair of the DNC and what do you want me to do? I didn't know anything about it. It wasn't a job that I sought out, but I was asked to serve, and I have, and I did, to the best of my ability, to try to open up our party, to bring more people in, to be able to you know, increase voter engagement and diversity and all of these great things that both our party and we as a country stand for. As we began the presidential primaries, I think like so many of you, I was very uncomfortable with the idea of no competition and no choice in our Democratic primary. So once the primary began, I didn't know Bernie Sanders. I'd never met Bernie Sanders. I saw him at a few different things. I said, okay, hey, we're actually going to have a conversation about issues that matter. Very quickly, I saw as the DNC chairwoman announced that there would be only 6 debates in the Democratic primary, and that if any of the candidates stepped outside of that and engaged in a debate, whether at a place like here at UCLA or anywhere else, then they would be banned from all of the other DNC-sanctioned debates. In my mind, that went very much against what I thought our party was trying to accomplish in engaging more and hearing more from people, providing more access and opportunity to have real conversations about these issues that we complain don't get talked about often enough. I complained about that and disagreed with that. It was a decision that none of the vice chairs had any part in. And once these debates began, I grew even more frustrated. As a veteran, I've deployed twice to the Middle East with the Army National Guard. I'm still serving now, a little over 13 years. I saw how there was an incredible lack of attention and seriousness being brought to the issue of the cost of war. And for myself and for a lot of people that I know and that I've served with, this is the central core great responsibility that a president has, is to serve as commander-in-chief, to carry that responsibility of making that decision of when and where you send our sons and daughters into harm's way, making that most important decision and having the judgment and foresight to know sometimes that military action may be necessary to keep the American people safe, but just as importantly, having that judgment to say, no, we will not send our military into this. We will not intervene in these conflicts that have nothing to do with our security. And because there was very little conversation being given to this, like Nina, I started looking into a lot deeper what are the positions? What is the history? Where have these two candidates been on these issues? What kind of judgment do they exercise? And when it came right down to it, I saw the necessity for me to step down from that position as vice chair of the DNC so that I could talk about not only my own experiences, but just how important these issues are, and to provide that contrast and information to people as they went in and were casting their votes about the contrast between Secretary Clinton and Senator Sanders on these issues. People were surprised in Washington that I made that announcement the day after. As Bernie says, he was devastated in South Carolina. Devastated, decimated, one of those two words. But I knew that I couldn't wait any longer because there's so much at stake in this election, because people needed to be armed with correct, truthful, factual information before they went in and made that very important decision. And that's why I'm here still, and I'll be here through the end of this thing to make sure that folks know.